Hello. Oh. Right, I'll just wait a little while. Just wait until people notice him streaming. Hello. Oh. Oh, just, yeah. Tonight's drink is, what is it? Jack Daniel's Tennessee Fire. Cinnamon liqueur. Drink responsibly, kids. Actually, if you're a kid, probably don't drink. It's not a good idea. Okay, apparently I've linked a Twitter link rather than a Twitch link. Yep, I'm drunk already. Yay! Oh, great. Great, I'll redo that again. So... Twitch TV. There we go. That's the correct one. Hello, everybody. I am now tweeting stuff correctly. Oh, there we go. That should be tweeted across. Thank you, David, for telling me. Wait, is Alan's also streaming as well? It's a bit annoying. This is like the best time slot for me. Yeah, and Boar. Yes, I'm now Boar. Great. Yeah, tweeting on his channel. Yeah, why not? Get the publicity, it'd be great. So how is everyone today anyway? Good? Good? Wait, Sean is streaming as well? Nothings. Yeah, it's Streamfest, man. Streamfest. It's Monday. Is it Monday? Yeah, it's Monday, right? Yeah. See? Can't tell the day of the week. Okay, so if you haven't been to my previous stream, which was my first ever, I started making the language drunk, and today I'm going to continue it. It's brilliant. Yeah. So today I'm just kind of working on the Tokenizer again, or the Lexa is what you want to call it, or scanner, or there's 100 different names for it. And I did do some stuff earlier, literally about 20 minutes work, just to make it so it was UTF safe. I'm not going to black out, no! Yes, I'm going to make an esoteric language, yes. I need to put all the keywords like ain't and gonna, and what is it, int it, I need to put the what, nout, yeah, instead of null. And then you got zilch, what else is there? What are you going to have in? I'm having Tennessee Fire, which is Jack Daniel's. It's cinnamon liqueur, it's 35%, it's pretty good. It's quite fiery. Well, that's the cinnamon for you. It's good. How much fun was the UTF? UTF-8 is fine. The problem isn't that. The problem is finding the ranges, which I haven't done yet. So, right, here's the Tokenizer. I've just put it into a different file because you need to separate it out. And I'm probably going to cut down on all these tokens because I don't really need them all, is the short answer. So what I did to make it UTF-8 safe is, in ASCII, one character is 1 byte. That's what it is. But in Unicode or UTF-8, it can be multiple bytes, up to 4, and I'll say 4 in italics. When technically it could be up to 6, but it's probably not up to 6. So the way you increment is, well, first you just use the GB library, which tells you how to do it. It's brilliant. All you just have to do is increment next rune. So where's the next rune? Is when I use character. So where is increment next rune? There you go. And all you do is you get the code point size for the current character and then increment by that. It's great. Is the project named wrong? What do you mean? Let's go, yes, go. Actually, let's change the name of the Twitch stream. How do I do that? Right, here we go. This is how you do it. Live. Let's go, yes, go.
Drunk.
Actually, let's change the name of the Twitch stream. You can hear me. Whoops, that's not clever. That wasn't clever. Yeah, that's a lot of branching. Who cares? It's fine. It's fine. You make good decisions while drunk, don't you? Huh? Right, so I am just going to put that away now. So, in the Tokenizer, when you go through here, you get the current rune. And a rune is a 32-bit integer. That's all it is defined as. Pretty much, that's quite simple. So, the Tokenizer, if you've not seen the stream before, I'm just going to quickly recap it. It has a pointer to the start of the buffer, the current kind of like position within this buffer, and then the end pointer, the one past the end pointer to the buffer. It has a pointer also to the start of the line, so you can figure out what column you're in. It has a number for the line as well. And then I've just added, this is only about a few hours ago, it was about a 20-minute job, don't worry, a file full path, so you can figure this out. I haven't started the bleeming language yet. This is just the bleeming Tokenizer. Come on. You got 3 streams open, Mikkel. Right, great. That's not confusing. Great. Okay, so going back to the Tokenizer, so then that's all that's in the Tokenizer. And then the Tokenizer turns the file, which is this one for the moment, which is a completely made up language. I'm not going to keep it like that. Into tokens. Now a token tells you an enum, which it could be any of these. It has a pointer to the text, which is literally a pointer to one of these positions in the file, so on this buffer. A length of that token, and it also stores the line and the columns, which is brilliant for debugging. Okay? So that's how fucking simple it is. There you go. So to initialize it, just set all the things up, and I'm checking also for a BOM. So BOM is like to say, hey, this file's in UTF-8, so just skip over it. And yeah, I'm not accepting anything but UTF-8 and ASCII. That's it. Fuck other formattings. Who cares? Right. What else is there? So yeah. So the first thing is you can get the current rune. This is kind of like get the current position. So if we were doing ASCII, the current character would just be that, or oops. I'll make this bigger. You can't see it, can you? There you go. Can you see that now? Yeah. That would be the current character. But we're not using ASCII. We're trying to be Unicode safe, trying to be at least. And the way you do that is you can get the current rune. So I've got some utilities I've already created ages ago, so I can decode a string into a Unicode character. So if you go into the GB library, let's first get a drink. That is fiery. That's pretty good. Drink responsibly, kids. Right, no, char is not rune. Actually, this sounds daft. Rune is typed after char32. Okay, my mate's just said good start. Right, rune is to a char32, which is again just an i32. And in my library, I call everything char32 and char16 and char8. So they're pretty good. Again, I've got char8, which is redundant, but who cares? So if I go to the UTF-8 stuff, actually, let's just go here. Here's the UTF-8 handling, so I can get the string length, so in number of the like Unicode code points. Same as like string and length. I've got stuff to I got the stuff to convert between UTF-8 and yeah, it has a loading bar. It's not actually a loading bar for the files. It's loading bar for the it's syntax highlighting, because they've put a new one in this version and it's crap. Because I don't have them in my compiler. I don't have char8, char16, char32 in this compiler. So I've got to have my own sort of thing. So yeah, I've got functions changed between like UTF-8 and UCS2, which is what Windows has for their wide chars, because fuck Windows. And then I've got decoding stuff here. So this one doesn't just takes null terminated string. This one takes a length of the string, and this one just tells me how long the code point is. And the code point one is a hack. You're just testing to see if the top bit's been set. That's it. Because that's how Unicode works. And you put 1 on the end, because if it breaks, it's just 1 character long anyway, so you have to plus 1. So this does all the stuff. It's not brilliant. It's pretty crap. But it works. That's all I need. Yeah. Good. Yeah, this actually blazes through files as well. I can load huge files. It's just that 4Coder isn't good enough for me yet. So that's the thing. I do use like multiple cursors a lot. And yeah, and I have like syntax highlighting craziness. So yeah. Yeah. You could see it before, fine. I just made it bigger just in case you wanted it small or something. I don't know. I could make it probably a bit smaller for me because it's huge. That's what she said. Right. So the only thing I did was just literally just get the size of the thing and go it across. And that gets you the current rune. That increments to the next rune and then gets the current rune and returns it. And if it's invalid, it will just get whatever. An invalid thing. Great. Yeah, that's right. So the thing that I want to kind of do today is kind of fix a few things. I want to make sure I can get the Unicode stuff working. So check to see if it's actually a Unicode character. And it like it's a proper letter and a proper digit. So I've got some notes here on what ranges I've got to do. Now, does anyone know of a Unicode library that does this already? Because I'd love it if you could figure it out. Because I don't know. Otherwise, we're going to have to do it manually. And yeah, you're going to read documentation. Second thing is, I'm now having to decide what kind of tokens I want in my language. And what I actually want from my language. So you'll probably need some help. Yeah, so drink responsibly, kids. Onto the umpteenth shot. Or what I class as a shot is probably a double. In England, at least. If you go to like Bulgaria or something, a shot there's a double of ours. It's weird. Yeah. So right. In my language, I made one up. This is kind of the syntax I've made up. Originally, I was just completely copying Jonathan Lowe's language, JAI. And then I realised I want to be lazy and just make this easy to parse. So to make it easy to parse, just prefix everything. Like this is going to be a type. Oh, dead easy. I can just figure out what the node for that is. Or this is going to be a proc. Oh, that's dead easy. I may do the same thing for this, like saying that's a var as well. That probably doesn't need it because you can probably guess what it is from the end. Just like search ahead, like 1 by 1 token, that's fine. Yeah, who cares? Great. Right. So, what do I want from this language is the short thing. Yep. Well, the first thing is I want it to be better than C. Which sounds hard, but it's not really that difficult. So if many of you have been watching the... right, I might not do operator overloading because it's going to be complicated and it's, yeah, quite difficult. But yeah, what I kind of want from a language is to be kind of replace C. And C is an old language, but it was great for the day. But now it's just crap. It just really is. So what I want to be able to do is be able to actually take advantage of modern computers. So modern computers have built-in vector types. Yeah. So that's what I want to kind of do. Not math vector types, but like the SIMD stuff. I also want to be able to do like unions, like if you watch Sean McGrath's stream, he's been doing tagged unions or discriminated unions or whatever. I want them built into the language, so that's easy to use. I do know some people using Fortran, I'm not joking. I still know people using Fortran 77. Yep. So don't joke about that. Yeah, I know. But Fortran was an old language and it was never really designed for the hardware. But I also want some other things going on as well. I want to be able to do a lot of metaprogramming stuff. So I want to be able to write the metaprogramming stuff in the same language. Yes, I've got to make the language Frig. Frig? Ooh, sure, that's a good idea for a name. What else? Actually, How many Norse gods were there? Sorry. By the way, the language I'm called a moment is called Odin, which is the Norse god. So actually, let's just do Norse god family tree, because they all shagged each other, didn't they? They just, sorry about my language. They did really just, where's a good one? This is probably good enough. Actually, that's probably easy to read. Okay, so the giants, that's good enough. They were the ice giants. Frost giants, whatever. That's probably better. Like, there's so many to choose from. I usually just choose this. I don't know. Is there a better? They're probably good enough as a family tree. There's an even more complicated one. Oh, Pinterest. Oh, yeah. Let's get off that. Come on, get off. View the image instead. Right, there's a lot of them. So I could name all your next projects after this. Yeah, the reason why Fortran kicked C in a lot of places was because of restrict. Like, C didn't have the restrict keyword for a long time. So you'd have, like, aliasing going on, and also, not just aliasing, but overlapping and all that crap. But C, there's literally no performance difference over Fortran over C nowadays. No, I'm not going to use var in front of things. It's just, that's just me being lazy is the short answer. Because it's so easy to parse, like saying, oh, it's got the var keyword now. Then clearly it's going to be definition for a var. I won't. Singer. Yeah, that's going to be brilliant. Not Bill's awesome language. That's a better name. The reason why I use type is kind of just like type def. So this is like an anonymous struct. So then just type def it as a vector 2. That's about it. Oh god, how many more family trees are there? This again, we're not doing any programming today. We're just reading family trees. So this is this Julius Caesar's or Kaiser, Julia Kaiser, if you want to be more correct. Yeah, it's probably good enough for me. Yeah, yeah. I like recursion descent. It's so, I like recursion. It's so easy. It's just dead easy to do. Yeah, shunting yarn are pretty okay. It's just kind of turning Lisp style parsing into normal parsing. Oh, wait, the other way around. Again, don't trust a drunk man. Trust me. More alcohol, here you go. Again, drink responsibly, kids. Again, if you're over the age of 5 in the UK, you can drink with your parents' permission at home and at your friend's house. That's the law. So what are we doing again? Yes, that's what I was going to do again. So we're going to fix the tokenizer and actually figure out what we want from it. So from a language, I'm thinking I want to keep the amount of kind of like operators and delimiters small. I don't want loads of crap in it is the short answer. So I don't want backspace because that just is more problems than anything. I don't want $, question mark. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Double colon. Crap idea. Who came up with that, dude? That was stupid. Double %, really stupid. There's a car alarm going off. Move that one up. Double bang. That's really stupid. They're fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Fucking stupid. But actually, no. That's what it's meant to be. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, it's good. A language. We've got Odin. Compiler is Odin. Some sort of Thor. Linker is Sif. Standard library is Frigg or maybe Freya. I do like the word Freya for some reason. I do like the name. Yeah, yeah. Again, Norse gods. That one on... What is that one that uses % for errors? There is a language that does that. You're right. Oh! What's the one guy on the handmade dev community? Was it Andrew who did Zig? Yeah, I think he did that. It's an arrow pointing to the left. Now in Go, you use that for channels and stuff. So in Go, you've kind of... I'll just get a new file open and set the syntax to Go. So in Go, you can have a channel and you can point to that channel. So this receives stuff only, and that only sends stuff, and that one both can receive and send. That's what you can use for it. So yeah, that's what I like. It's quite nice. Actually, I don't know if I like the CSP model for concurrency yet or not. I'm still not sure. It's a bit... I'm not sure. I need more kind of research into it, if it's actually a decent thing or not. Like coroutines and... I can't think. and stuff. And stuff. Well, no, it's kind of... It's just a little bit fine. I'm missing double thing. Why not have a function? It's built into the language. I don't know. I didn't design it. The people who designed Go were clever chaps, so leave them. But yeah, I think Go is actually a very well designed language. Right. What was I going on? Yeah, I will. Actually, that's a good idea. I want them as well, because then if it's... That's actually a pretty good idea. And equals oops or wait or oops or equals. So I think I'm going to just change some of these now to actually be proper names. So instead of slash, this is going to be quotient. Is that how you spell it? Yeah, that sounds about right. The caret I'm going to leave as caret. And's fine. Pipe, is that the technical name for it? No, backslash is yeah, I'm going to use it for escaping, but I'm not going to use it as an actual token. So in C they use it for like continuing a line, but I'm not going to use it. What else is there? Yeah, that's what I was thinking of, why the and thing. I wish it was in C. It's pretty good. What else is there? Tilde? I'm not going to use tilde ever, I don't think. Actually, no, actually I might use it for not. Might. At might be good for some stuff. Maybe metaprogramming stuff, I don't know. Equals, all them are fine. Is there anything else I need? I added raw strings as well. And I'm using backticks for raw strings. And the reasoning why is that you're hardly ever going to type them. Like, you're probably never going to use it in a raw string ever. So it doesn't matter if it's hard to type. Like, you're not going to be typing it. Yeah, I'll probably do a tutorial for LLVM. LLVM is fucking a pain in the arse. It really is. Like, it probably might just be easier to make my own blooming assembly compiler. Like, literally just pass the assembly myself. Why not use that? Well, in raw text you probably will be using a quote, like a what is it, inverted comma, apostrophe or whatever. But backtick you hardly ever use in actual text. Now, what is it? Python. Doesn't Python use like 3 speech marks? I think that's just a little bit silly as well. I think backtick's a pretty good idea because it's a character that it's easy to press on my keyboard. Like, I can just go wee like that. But most keyboard it isn't as easy. So I think that's probably good enough, and I'm just going to clean up this actual stuff down here. So there's no $sign anymore, so let's get rid of that, and there's no backslash. This 3 case stuff is crap. Let's just redo it. So, not case. Oh, case. Type correctly, Bill. Put backslash in there. Do we need it? No, what am I doing? I need a colon. So, let's break. Token type. This is going to be a token colon. Oh. Now, if the current rune, which I think the current rune is, you have to actually calculate it, don't you? So rune CP current rune T. Quotient, yeah, quotient's the technical name for division, yeah. Yeah, I was thinking LLVM is actually pretty good backend anyway, so I might go to that. Might just make me own bytecode stuff. Or just compile to C. Actually, it's probably just easier to compile to C. It doesn't really give a damn at the moment. I'm just trying to get the tokenizer work. I've not even got to fucking ABSAP syntax tree yet. So, let's check to see if CP equals... Do I have colon colon? I can't even remember what I've just deleted. Tokenizer. No, but I have colon equals, and that's the only thing I have. So if the next one is equals, then colon type is token equals, and then what I'm going to do is get the current position and then increment it. Just like that, so I'll get to the end thing. So just check to see I haven't reached the end of the buffer. And then say the token length is equal to 2. Because that it is, because that's just the size of 1, isn't it? And I think that's all I need for that one. So, equals next. Let's do equals. Just copy and paste. This is token. Is token equals actually used? Is it equals? No, it's just EQ, isn't it? And then that's just EQ, EQ. This one can just be increased by 1, actually, come to think about it. I don't need to check. That's just a waste of time. Okay. That's that one done. Yeah, C++ 11 does have all the raw strings and stuff in it. It's good, actually. It also does UTF-8 strings as well and loads of other stuff. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, I know it's a pain in the back. I know it's a pain to do a backtick on a Nordic keyboard and many keyboards, but that's actually kind of the reason. You're never going to type it. Like, it's never really used in any text. So, maybe. When with this released, when I'm probably sober. Yeah. Yep. So I need to do plus now. Plus. Get the current one. Current rune T. First need to set the token type to be token plus. Whoops, I've already got a bug here. This is what happens when you drunk program. What if it's another plus? Then it's going to be a plus plus, isn't it? Token type equals plus plus. And again, I know the size of this code point is 1. And then the token length equals 2. But there could be it could be an equals this time. So it could be like an operator. In this case, it's going to be plus equals. That's fine and gone. I'm just going to get rid of this crap here because I'm not using it ever. I've now got to do the exact same thing again with a minus. So now just replace that with a minus. Minus. That's not a minus, Bill. What the flipping heck have you been drinking? Carrot. Do I have double carrots anywhere? Yeah, I do. Actually, I think that might be a cool operator to have. But yeah. Yeah, again, I'm not going to worry about the bytecode or anything yet. Just get this done. Right. The carrot. Right, there's carrot. I should have just done that. Like, that would have been much easier to do. There's carrot gone. Next is and. Again, I could have macroed the entire lot again, but I just want to make sure it makes any sense. Oh, flipping jelly beans. What am I doing? I can't even type on a keyboard when I'm drunk. This is brilliant. When you're sober, I'm sober during the day. Don't worry about that. Like, I have to drive. And again, I don't recommend people drinking, really. What is the technical name for this? Is it... I'm going to find out. Right, I'm just going to Google this. Or... pipe character? What's it called? What's the technical name for it? Vertical bar is one name. Pipe. Glidus. Obelisk. Vertical slash. V-bar. These are weird names. They're all weird names, really. Ooh, that's it. Oh, yeah, that's like for Spanish, isn't it? Yeah. Pipe. I'm just going to call it pipe. I usually call it all, because that's what you do in maths. Yeah. Yeah. How is that the same symbol? That's just a straight line. And you... Yeah, but... flipping stupid Wikipedia. It's just a line. It's not the same bloody character, really. That's not a character. That's like... spans flipping 3 rows. Yeah, that's... Yeah, it's a line for the... like a bra and a ket. Yeah, I gather that. Because that's the ket and it's a bra, because Dirac was... thought it was so hilarious, like, ha, it's a bra, and that's a ket, and together make a bra ket. Yeah, he was autistic. He was, actually, but he was a pretty clever chap as well. I'll call it an obelisk. Actually, that might... just for the hell of it, I might call it that. I'm calling it an obelisk, fuck it. Right, you're right. Actually, where is... pipe? Obelisk. Thank you. Thank you for the suggestion. Salad dongs. That was a great suggestion. Now there is no percent because that was... No, there's no percent because that's a silly idea. Who would come up with that idea? Really? Oops, where is percent on this keyboard here? Percent. Greater than or less than. Greater than. That's gone. Oops. No, it's not. It'll go in a minute. Go. Go, 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 go. Well, actually, it needs to be a double one, doesn't there? Explain that else. If CP equals the same character. Right. I can't remember it. Which... was it not? It wasn't a language. It was some program where instead of having not, like, that, doing that, they had not be equal just to be like that. So they had a less than and a greater that sound together. What was that? Microsoft Excel. That was what it was. So if you wanted to compare like A and B together, you had to do that. Not that, like in many languages. That was just silly. Really. Token obelisk of doom. That's great. Gonna make it metal. Metal! Greater than, greater than. And also, should I call bang, bang, or exclamation mark? Because it's technically an exclamation mark. There's less than. Bang? Is bang a good idea? Let's call it exclamation. Exclamation? Is that a good idea? I don't know if that's how you say the word. Whoops, that sort everything. F6 is for, yeah, that's how you spell X. That doesn't sound right. I can't. How do you spell exclamation, guys? Oh, screw it, I'm going with bang. Because it's easy to spell. It's no token equals, it's token equal now. And that's not correct either. It's colon eq. Yes. Thank you, I was right for exclamation. I'm calling it bang, fuck it. It's close enough. Right. That seems good enough for me. And actually, ooh. That just makes you remind me stuff. I need... Ooh, I've missed out loads of operators. I mean, loads of them. Add eq. Asterisk eq. Quotient. Eq. Minus eq. Yeah, I forgot to do them. Plus equals. Minus equals. Asterisk equals. Quotient equals. There we go. Forgot to do them. Do we need semicolons? Yes. Right. Now in Go, semicolons are optional, and the way they get around that is they make some rules stuff. So why not func instead of proc? Right, I went over this kind of yesterday, and they're technically different. Funcs are pure, they have like no state, while procs have state. So they're like a list of commands a procedure is. While a function is just like some operations you do. I think that is the correct term. I'm not a computer scientist. And then you got subroutines, which are procedures that do not return anything. So they are the things. I think there's even more terminology as well, but stuff. I will have semicolons for numerous reasons because I don't mind them as a problem. They're not something I do stuff. Subroutine. Subroutine is, yeah, just something that doesn't return. It's a procedure that doesn't return. That's what it's like, void. It's a void function is all it is in C. So if you ever hear Star Trek, they all say, oh, these subroutines and stuff. Yeah. Another shot. And a bit of water to go away. I don't want a hangover, so that's why I'm doing the water. I need to do plus. I've already got plus equals set up. And minus equals. Have I already got them set up? I've got the quotient equals. No, I don't. But I can't do quotient equals on its own, can I? Have I got more asterisk equals? No, I can do that quite easily. Is asterisk here? Get rid of that. Put that there. And just put asterisks in there. Asterisks. What was the comic with asterisks in it? The stuff. Did I skip your question? Sorry, where was your question? Do we need semicolons? Can we just use them for single line comments like assembly? No, I'm not going to use. I'm going to use semicolons as just as statement terminators. That's all. I could use something else, but I think semicolons are just, again, they're not that ugly or anything. Like I couldn't use like an @ sign or something like that. That would look a bit weird. Or I couldn't use a $sign because that's not always easy to write. And it looks like hey, I got £1 there. Actually, that's not £1. That's £1. What's carrot? Well, I'm leaving that in the language because why the hell not? Why not have carrot? Hash I'm going to leave in, and the reasoning why I'm leaving a hash in is probably just for metaprogramming stuff. So hash is going to so you can define your own keywords. so you can have your own stuff. That's kind of my idea about it. So yeah, that's kind of the idea. Yeah, 1 carrot on its own is going to be Zor, but 2 carrots is going to be who the hell knows. I'm leaving it in for the hell of it because it looks cool. It looks like a happy face without the mouth. So yeah, I need to do slash now, don't I? Because I've done slash. Where did I do slash? It was for comments, wasn't it? Yeah, so we've got quotient here. If it's that, yes, if it's that. So if I do if cr, and then if the next one is equal to an equals, it's going to equal token type, not equals, token quotient equals, and then we're going to current, the token length first is equal to 2, and then the current we're just going to increment by 1 because I know the size of that. It's always going to be 1. So what are the problems we got now? We've got minus equals. I've already defined that somewhere. Yep, I have. And plus equals. I wasn't that idiotic. Plus equals? Have I got rid of that? Right, I got minus equals. Right. Did I call it plus elsewhere? Yeah, I called it add here for some reason. So now it's compiling, it's fine. It's compiling slow because I'm streaming. Can't forget. Oh yeah, I need to remember them operators because they're so great in C++. So great. Actually, I've never actually seen them in the wild. What are they actually for? Like, is there an actual case when you can use them? Like, sorry, the tokens I'm talking about are these. So you may have like thing blah, or it might be thing blurg. What does that actually mean, Cube Caleb? Like, I actually don't know. You can take it. So it's the pointer to this. Yeah, so I'm going to break this down. Is it that? And then you store it as a variable. Yep. C++. It's fucking brilliant as a language, isn't it? Oh, random thing. I was just sorry. I'm fast firing tonight. Right. I'll actually show you that Augmented C thing that I was working on earlier. Like I just showed Sean earlier. It's crap. Oh, honestly, this is definitely crap. But when are you going to decide on keywords? I'm going to decide on them tonight. Yeah, tonight. So I'm going to add those keywords in. Don't worry. So what was I going to do? Yeah, I was going to do is show you the Augmented C I was working on. It's a complete hack. It took me, I'd say, about 5 hours at most to make, and it works, ish. Right. So let's just go to the test.the.org.c file. So this is the file that we have, and you can hear this is C. So you don't have to write tag enum or all the structs, all the unions. This was my crap tag enum. Sean Barrett did a better, not Sean Barrett, Sean McGrath did a better version of it. This was just the first one I did just because I was being lazy. And I've also added defer into there as well, which is a better way of doing RAI, because RAI is crap and not very versatile. You have to create wrapper classes and stuff for it always to use it. With defer, you just write it there. And it's explicit and there's nothing hidden. Unlike RAI in C++, which is hidden. Like, you don't always know it's there. Like, it's hidden constructors and hidden destructors. With defer, it's extremely explicit. And when you build this and compile it, it works. And if I go into test.c, this is the generated code. Oh, it's a little bit lovely. So from being about 50 lines to 120 lines, it generates a load of crap. So it puts in the Augmented C file, which is needed stuff. It puts header guards as well, because I was thinking of doing like imports and crap. Oh, here we go. Thank you. That explains it. I'll read that in a minute. And then with all the types, it does like introspection stuff, so you can get the enum types, but with a string. You got meta programming, the introspection stuff for the stuff thingamabobs. Yep, I'm saying thingamabobs. And then this was here. This is generating the tagged union, so it's generating each type for it and stuff. That was pretty simple. So that's what I did earlier. And then here's the defer. It just inserts the code every time there's a scope exit. That's all it does. Yeah. So that's what my Augmented C was, and it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. Do you want to see how bad the code is? Like, it's just walls of text. Big wall of text. Brilliant. Oh, you're going to do... No, I'm going to be able to use it from anywhere. Yeah, I'm going to be able to, whatever the technical... I forgot the word already from like the other stream. Somebody already told me. Yeah, I'm not going to allow... It's not going to be like in order, because C was designed to be a single pass language. Like this meta program that I have is completely single pass. Like single pass, sorry. So that's why how C was designed. While my language is going to be probably multiple pass, and yeah, so you can put a function any way you want, and it doesn't matter. So it's the offset of the member. Yeah, that's what I did in my metaprogramming stuff as well. And also I have offset in. Yeah, this is a big file. How many lines is this file? This file is 10,000 lines. Okay, GB's got big now. Yeah, I'll just do it anyway. I don't care. Honestly, it's because again C was designed to be a single pass language. Like you could just pass it through once, and it would compile it out, spit it out. But it works for memo functions. Yeah, okay, I understand you now. Yeah, so I'll get rid of this crap. I don't need to, this is my documentation for Augmented C. How do you do it? Markdown, preview in browser, it's GitHub. Go on, load. Here you go, here's my documentation that I wrote in about 10 minutes. Like this tells you what generates and what's in the thing. I probably won't continue on this Augmented C. It was a complete experiment. Back onto the language. Fast firing tonight. Shot. Again, drink responsibly, kids. Don't drink and drive either. You might spoil your drink. Also, you might get into a car crash and then get put in prison for a while. Don't drink and drive. It's a bad idea. Very bad. Yeah, a lot of the stuff in C++ is useless. Like, virtual functions are... Like, the way they supply virtual functions is absolutely crap. Because sometimes you want to change the virtual function. Like, yeah. For every tangent I go on, that's literally what I'm doing. Because this is me as a person. I randomly crap things out. Wait, is there an at operator in C? Like, I'm reading this. And it looks like you can use at... What? Is that actually... Or is that just at here meaning some random operator? Yeah. Like, what does that actually mean? Is that at, or is it just some? It just means in place of any operator. I think it just means in place of any operator. And look, or make unique. I used to think it was good, and then I realised, wait, it doesn't actually solve any problems. Like, I don't think I've ever had a ownership problem, because the way you do it is you don't use a pointer for ownership. You just copy the thing like you do it functional style. Solves your problem. You never had one in the first place. Or if you did, you just do an index. Yeah, I know, I don't have those problems. Like, I know it, yeah, I won't go into this discussion, it's not for it. It's not worth it. Like, yeah, I know unique pointer also automatically deletes and does other stuff as well. But yeah. What's the difference? Oh, Augmented C was my experiment, and it just literally, it was pure C that you could add extra stuff to it. And it would compile stuff and literally just export to C. Odin's going to be a completely different language. That's what that is. Odin, I just chose a name because it sounded fucking awesome. That was pretty much why. So let's go back to this tokenizer and see what we actually want and see if we are actually handling every case correctly. So they are all probably correct. Probably. Strings, I have... Okay, so this is a single line string and you can't have new lines in it. Should I, when I store the string, convert it into a proper string so with all the characters escaped incorrectly? Or not? Probably not, because then I'd have to allocate more space. I just want to point it to the text. So yeah, probably not a good idea. Yeah, Zeus is cooler. Whoa, whatever. Whatever. Why not Jesus? No, not Jesus. Yeah. What is Jehovah? That's it. Jehovah. Or Yeshua. Or what is the Abrahamic God's actual name again? I forget. So many religions in my head. Like, forgetting them all. Well, thanks for all the subscriptions, guys, to Twitch. I've got loads pinging on my phone. Yeah, I'm jealous, but actually I think Odin's pretty cool. Odin is pretty cool. Right, so there's raw string. I'm just checking that's correct. So you get things, so get the next comment. So while it's not that, yeah, that makes sense for a raw string. So you include everything except that. Yeah, that's fine. Slash for a single line, we just wait till we get the new line. Yeah, that's fine. Block comments work, that doubly works, yeah. And then you've got everything else. So now I need to doubly check the numbers. So I'm thinking of in the tokens, storing the actual value. So what I'm going to do here is put a union. I'm going to put a U64 because all of these are going to be positive. Because you're going to have like unary operators are between on the thing. So if it's going to be negative, it's going to operate on it. Odin's Norse mythology. I love Norse mythology. It's just it's like yeah. I also used to love Egyptian mythology as a kid. I used to be able to read Egyptian quite well, all the hieroglyphics and stuff. I used to love it. And one of my favorite TV shows used to be Stargate. It still is Stargate. It probably is. But again, gotta have a shot. I'm going on off a tangent here. But yeah, Egyptians were really weird, like how they did in their afterlife and stuff, and it was quite interesting. Oh, Sean McGrath has left. Oh, he's joined and then left. Bye, Sean. Thanks. So let's store the integer here. So I'm going to put I here. F64 for the float. What else could I store in here? It's only going to be integers, isn't it? So that's good enough for me. So now that I've stored everything in here, I've actually got all the crap going on. So if it's a float, I need to pass a float. So if float, why not end statements with new lines instead of, well, right, I'll explain the logic between that and stuff. So I'll go actually check with Go, because Go, again, I think is a very well designed language, and I'll explain how they solved that problem. So Golang spec, because again, if you can just copy, like not copy exactly, but like how did they do it? I can't remember. Oh, I can hear something going off now. Can you hear that? Right, there's a bit of static going on then in my headphones. How did they... Statements, here we go. So, I can't remember. They literally had some rules. So, like, if a line ended in an open brace or open parentheses, or it had some certain rules, then you couldn't place a semicolon on it. But if it could, you could put a semicolon on it to end the statement. So that's why Go has to require you put the brace on the same line as the thing, like the open brace on the same thing, because that's how its rules work. Is it at the top? Have I just completely missed it? Yeah, don't program drunk. Don't work drunk. Just don't get drunk. It's not good. Whereabouts is it? Terminating statements. Thank you. So you can terminate a statement after return or go to. Yeah. Panic. Panic is an alright way. It's still a dodgy way to like handle errors, but yeah, it's okay because you can recover from it. It's kind of a weirder version of exceptions, but not exactly. Like I just prefer just handling if statements, like with the errors. Right, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked again. Shot. A block, if statement, for, switch, yeah. I could probably do that in my language. Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Do that later. So first I'm just going to parse this stuff. So actually have I got the A to F's in there? So string, actually string to float. Wait, where is my smprintf stuff? Because I've got all the formatting stuff somewhere here. Like here we go, fumped. So print string, print char, print I, print whatever. Is there another way around? Or have I not added those constructs yet? I haven't added those constructs yet. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to add them into gb.h. Great. Oh, flipping jellymongers. Right. So we got digit to int. That's fine. But we've okay. I do have some of them. I'm right. I'm a numpty. So I do have all them. So I do have all the float stuff already. So it's token.f of the string. However, the problem is with this string is it has to be null terminated. Oh no, it doesn't have to be, because I accept it not being a null terminated thing. So that should be fine. To do Bell, check this works correctly. I'll put it through the debugger in a minute. Does it use big ints? No. Literally, this is what I use for. Can you see here? This is what I use for string to f64. Clearly not big int. Like if I have some other problems, I'll do it later. I'll have to probably implement them correctly. Yeah, it's string to f. So the next thing is there a string to u64 somewhere? Oh, for Pete's sake. I've got a string to i64? That's probably good enough for me. That is literally probably enough. So let's make that an I. For now. To do. Make sign, unsign. Because we're going to handle all the correct stuff. Yeah, it's going to fail for a lot of things. I should use a proper compiler, you're saying? Hey, it's an alright compiler, okay? Okay, no, it's not. It's Visual Studio 2010. It's crap. I know it has a large range. It has exactly twice as large. Shall we just do that now? There we go. Copy and paste that. Oops, Daisy. Okay, so I only support base 16 and base 10. Why did I do that? Need to make that a base U64. Oops, no, it's Alt. Okay. Okay, so do I check for a negative? Don't need to care if it's negative or not. That's good enough for me. I think I should check to see if it's binary or not. That might be a good idea. Sorry, what are you saying, Cubico? I'm really not reading the chat. I am quite drunk now. So yeah, it's probably not how to proper compile it. US has a large range anyway. Yeah. Again, this language is going to be completely crap, you know. Wow, it is the language when you do you're drunk. Wait, when you do when you're drunk. Yeah. So the best programming happens when you're drunk. Yes, you're right, Mikhail. Yes. Is that how you pronounce it correctly, Mikhail? Yeah. Hopefully, I hope so. Not Michael, because that's the English pronunciation for that name. It's a Germanic name, isn't it? So yeah. Shot. So if base, I'm going to do it for here. Base is equal to 2. Else, let's do that. V equals text. Actually, no, you don't need to do that, do you? Because that'll count for anything. It's just if it's greater than base 16, it'll cancel out one. Yeah, thanks, Cube Caleb. This is my printf anyway. It's crap. It really is. This is my I-64, and I'm just using the basics. This is my kind of like conversion based thing anyway. But yeah. Right? Is it Mikkel or probably not a good idea for a drunk man to say names. I can't even say my own name sometimes, even though it's Bill. But yes. Oh, loads of people have left. You just don't like drunk streaming. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Or they've just gone to go see... Yeah, they've gone to see Alan, haven't they? Yeah. Oh well, come on. It's fun. Right. Yeah. Drunk Bill is best Bill. Well, yeah, probably is. Okay. That's probably good enough. You know what? There's no point to do an upper there, is there? Actually. It's not worth... I know it'll probably compile down to the exact same thing, but it's probably good enough. Hey, you need to finish that thing. You need to finish that report. And I need to read it when you're done. Even if it's in Danish, I'll try and read it. Okay? Yeah? Right. If it's float, that's fine. Else we can do other things. If is octal. U64 string to U64, and the base for that is 8. I probably don't need them either. What's the thing of after octal? It's hexadecimal, isn't it? Hex. I can read a bit of Danish. Like a little bit. I know it sounds daft, but I think Danish is a bit like drunken Swedish. I'm sorry if that's offensive. But literally, like Swedish, Danish, and Norwegian are all like very, very similar. And I have some friends from Middelfart, and it just sounds like the consonants aren't very hard, so it's kind of like like drunk like drunk Swedish. It's very hard to understand the consonants in the language. But yes. So, I'm just going to say it's 10 after that. What have I done wrong? I've done that wrong. If float is float. What do you mean token F? What does that actually take, actually? End pointer. Just say that's null. I don't really care where the end pointer is of that. And there's nulls everywhere, isn't there, for that? There you go, it compiles. And that was slow to compile. Really slow. There you go, 0.3. I'm sorry, that was very offensive. But honestly, right, the grammar is very similar. That isn't offensive. But yeah, it just... Again, I'm an Englishman. And it sounds very similar to me. Again, English is a Germanic language as well, so yeah, there's some, when you look at Scandinavian languages, they're quite similar. Again, I've got to take a shot because this is similar. Another off tangent. What was I thinking of then? Yeah. But yeah, it just sounds, the consonants are very soft in Danish compared to like Swedish and Norwegian. But again, it's quite a nice language. Because I remember going to a restaurant once randomly with my friend from Middelfart, and literally it was an Italian restaurant, and they started playing like Danish music. I was like, "This is really weird," he said. I'm like, "Why?" And I went, "It's Danish music, mate." And I went, "Oh, okay." Yeah, shot over after tangent. It's a brilliant idea. This is how I am as a person, by the way. I randomly fire things off the top of my head. Danish is not a bad language. I don't think it's a bad language. I don't think I don't think they are. If I can remember correctly, again, this is still off tangent, by the way. I'm not back to programming yet. It's kind of Swedish and like Norwegian and Danish. They're more terse than English. Like you can say more in less words than English. And English is quite terse. Yeah, that's what I remember. I'm going to have to drink water, otherwise I'm going to have a hangover. It's not a good idea. Right, I've got to be up for 7 a.m. tomorrow. Not p.m., that's blooming. I'll be really late. Sleeping for like 20 hours. That's a great idea. 20 hours sleep. Okay, so this is good enough. So XXX BBB. Yep. Okay. Is that good enough? So let's put this through the debugger. Actually, it might be a good idea. Or just put it through this. So, if token type equals token float, GB printf, the float bit of it, token F. Else if long D by integer. Right, just doubly checking. Token was the I64 in this case. It should have been a U64 because I did parse it correctly, didn't I? Like I'm storing as a U64 here, aren't I? Yes. So this should be U for printf. Okay. So now let's go into here. I just put some random tokens like that. That's should be good enough for me, and just make it a bit longer. Right, so first one passed correctly, second one didn't. Have I done that wrong? Probably. Third one didn't pass correctly, and the fourth one really didn't. The fourth one did. So the floating point stuff isn't passing correctly. That's bad. I'm doomed, mate. Yes, keywords. I need to decide them. Can I just get the floating point stuff passing correctly? Like, it's not working. Probably because I'm passing to... Yeah, that's not working. Why the hell is that not working? Yeah, pass it as float. I'm just going to now GB printf here. Here, so I'm going to do the token. I'm just going to do toklet of the token. That doesn't pass for some reason. Usually I put hello. So hello gets passed. I know this is not real debugging, it's just printf debugging, I know. So, that printf, it's correct there, but I think I've got something wrong with my thing. So, I could cheat. Like, completely cheat. And just do this. Like, it's never going to be that long, is it? No. String in copy into the buffer. Let's get the count of that buffer, and then put the token text in. Wait, that's not how string in printf works, you bloody moron. Don't be drunk. Okay, that works as well. Why is that still passing as an integer? Like, this is a huge integer it's passing as, and not a float. So, let's kind of debug this. See what's the hell's going on. So there's printf64. Be drunk always. Yes, I am drunk right now. Not tipsy. Bloody bladdered, I am. I think I've drank about 1, 2, 3. Okay, I've drank a lot. It's the short answer. And this Jack Daniel's Tennessee Fire, not a sponsor, is 35%. Yeah. It's pretty good. It's good to clear a sore throat. I'm dropping viewers. It's bad. And they're all going to Alan. What the hell? Probably because they'd rather watch Alan because full code is pretty good. Oh well. It is pretty good. Do get full coder. GB printf error. Let's... Is G correct? Here. Why is that not correct? I think I've got a bug. Or have I got a bug? No, I haven't got a bug. That is printing correctly. This code plays tricks on my eyes. I keep reading asset instead of assert. Yeah, I do the same thing as well. I don't. Wait, I'm reading Gleaming 4 Coder stream. Oh, is it? I'm not watching it. That's the problem. Either way, it's probably better than this stream right now. Yeah. How is that game coming along anyway? I should probably watch some of it, but not right now. Okay. What is the test? There is something going wrong with my bloody string printf. String to F64. There's an F32. There's an F64. What the hell is going wrong with this? The only difference is putting the Fs in place. Well, the first thing is I probably should do that. Not size it. Actually, no, screw that. Just in case. Yeah, I haven't been able to catch up with Alan either. I know it's a lot more complicated than that. I know I'm not using big ints either. And again, I'm probably not easy enough to, like, read English either. I'm just going to have a breather for a second. Actually, I need a toilet break, so I'll be back in 5 minutes, or probably 3. Yeah, okay, see you, bye. Okay, I'm back. I'm fine, actually, Mikhail. I'm not going to go to bed yet until probably about 12:30. That'll be probably about time. I'm fine. Don't worry. So why is that parsing as a... I mean... Wait a minute. That's a bit confusing. So, can I just figure this out and actually completely... You know what? I'm going to actually use a debugger now because I'm starting to sober up. I don't know how, but apparently I am. Okay, I'm not. That was a complete lie. Need the XC to dev end. Right. Has the Solution Explorer got the correct stuff? So, no. Odin data test.odin. Or no, it's source, isn't it? Not data. And the working directory is... That's close enough for bin, yeah. So that worked. So... Whereabouts in this tokenizer am I? This would be get token, won't it? So, get token. Somehow they get a token. It's absolutely brilliant. I'm losing. Okay, I'm losing viewers. No one likes me drunk streaming. Is it that bad? Absolutely that bad? I'm so sorry. Right, so figuring out why this does not work. Okay. So I'm going to go into that, and we're going to figure out what the string is. The endpoint is going to be null, isn't it? The endpoint is null. Yeah. So the string is 123.35345. Yeah. Yeah, they're probably all going to bed because in European well, my time at the moment was UK, which is 11:42. Yeah. Yeah, but don't you don't sleep right? Yeah. Indra student anyway. You don't go to bed at normal times, right? So that's getting all the points until we get to the full stop. So I should just go look at the locals instead because it'd be quite easier to do. So the result already. What was the past in string? I already forgot that. 1, 2, 3. And the result is wrong. Okay, I've got a problem. There's a bug in this already. Yeah, 4 to 5 hours, 4 to 6 hours is good enough, right? Yeah, you only need a minimum of 4 usually. No, I'm doing it correctly here because it's a signed exponent. I haven't applied the exponent yet, have I? So that's not correct, or unless it is 0.113. That's not right. That is really not right. And there's a spider crawling across my ceiling now. I'm going to kill it with some paperwork. Come on, spider. Die. Are you dead? Good. Sorry, I don't really like spiders. I do like spiders, it's just I don't want them crawling in my bedroom. Right, what the hell is going on here? I really don't understand what's going on. Again, this might be just... I swear this is correct, because I've done this ages ago. But for some reason, it's not working correctly. You know what? I'm just going to say put a to-do in there and do it later. So let's figure out the keywords, because I need to do them. Yeah, Johnny's still... Yeah, but I don't know if I have the time. Like, physically, I don't know if I have the time to work on the compiler. To-do, Bill. Fix this fucking thing. There you go. Like, it's good enough for me. Because if I... Where's the other... I still got a printf in there. Yeah, I have, haven't I? So all the tokens are printing out correctly, so that is a good sign. And the correct position... actually, let's check that actually first. So Is that position 6? Yeah, so the right column's correct as well. Let's just checking. So, we're going to figure out how our language is going to look tonight. That's what kind of the main goal was today. So, this wasn't probably a bad idea at all. Actually thinking kind of copying Go, copying Rust, Nim and all those lot. They've kind of converged on a certain style. So where you have the variable name and the variable type. And then whatever its value it is. So, I'm not going to have while. I'm just going to have for. That may sound daft. And it is a bit harder to parse, but my reasoning is, so you can have if, and then you can have, you don't need to have the brackets around it, there's no point, I can just pass it without. So this would be the if, and then the condition, yeah? And then you can probably have an else, if, condition, like, oops, like that, and then else. That's the first thing, so I've got else and if as my things. I'm going to have for. So for without anything is going to be a continuous loop. Like, that's one thing. It's for condition is going to be for a certain condition it's true. No, it's going to allow for braces are going to work. It's just they're not going to be needed here. If it makes any sense. So if that makes any sense, that's kind of my idea. Kind of the idea. So yeah, you can have braces if it's needed, but if you want to say if true or if X, then there's no real need. The braces in C are only there for numerous reasons. And then the other one is I want for loops to work better. So the idea I was having is either having, like, for instance, something like I equals 1 to 10 or like 0 to 10. And that's probably a good idea to do it for a for loop. Or if you've got an array of something, you can probably have like the index, so I in this case, the value, and then you just have the array. So you have multiple return types and it will do that way. So that will work for array. Yeah? So for is kind of overloaded for these 4 things. So let's need to go to the tokenizer now and add all the keywords in. Token keyword if for I'm going to put else in here. What else other kind of keywords do we need? So probably switch or maybe match. Is match a better name? Like switch doesn't make much sense to me. Like it's kind of random. Like switch sounds like switch X. Like that sounds weird. Like maybe match X. Yeah, the for each maybe is an okay idea, but like I think that's pretty good. Like you've got the iterator here, and then you've got the value of the type. That's probably good enough. Because I know, again, C++ 11 and Java as well, they have like this notation. And I think C++ it would be like this. So it would be the auto R value. Is that an R value? Oh, no value. I'm half asleep. And half drunk. Either that, or it could be just, you could do that, or you could just do that. Either one's fine. That's how in C++ it is. In Java, it doesn't need it, I don't think. Yeah, you could, and also if you don't care what I is, this is how you do it. There you go, underscore, ignore, done. You just ignore the value. And you could probably do that as well. Like, that's probably doesn't make much sense, but yeah, you just put an underscore to ignore it. Probably a good idea. And in this case, you could probably do that as well, because you can ignore the multiple types, so you can just get the index as well. I don't know. So I'm probably going to have match rather than switch, because switch is a weird word. Should I have a do while or not? No, do whiles, yeah, they're useful, but a for loop's probably better in this case. I'm going to need a return. A return is probably a good idea. Break and fall through are going to be, not switch, what am I talking about? I said match, didn't I? Oops. So we're going to have fall through, because by default we're going to break. Break. That's a good idea. Then we're going to, what else is there? What other things could we worry about? What other things could we worry about? True and false. Are they actually keywords? I don't know if they'd be defined as keywords, to be honest with you. Because also, one other thing I've just remembered is you're going to have to case in here, aren't we? So they're done. And also with break, we can have continue. Because that'd be very useful for for loops. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to have... They're not going to be keywords, though. They are going to be basic types. Now, C, I think, does it wrong. So it defines, like, int and long and unsigned stuff as keywords. Which is good. You shouldn't be able to define them as anything else. But I think they should be built-in types. Now, yeah, continue I've got built in here already. So if you've got, like, a for loop... And if it says if condition... I'm trying to make it my own language. Then continue. Continue. Like so. Like, that's what you're going to do. That's what continues for. Should I have go to... Oh, actually, one thing I really need, I'm not joking, is defer. That's really useful. I'm probably going to have type as well, because that's going to be very useful. Type defs. I'm going to have struct. I'm going to have enum. What else am I going to have? A union. Now, union, I want raw unions and tagged unions. So should they be different keywords or the same keyword? Or some other way of doing it? Or should there be just a memory map or some... I don't know. I don't know what type of name should be for it. Because in a lot of functional languages like ML, like base language, like Haskell and stuff, they'll just have like type thing, and this will equal Bob, Fred and Ted, and that's kind of how that thing works. Yeah, I need proc as well is a good idea, because that'd be easier to parse as well. What else is there? So that's how you do like discriminated unions in like ML style languages. But I'm not sure what the kind of syntax keywords I need. Again, next stream will be like making the abstract syntax tree, don't worry. If I have the mental capacity to do it. I'm trying to think. What else could I want from a language? For the case, actually that's a good idea. I just remembered. So, default is probably a good idea. So the default case. Should I add goto to the language? Like, it's useful at times, but defer pretty much gets rid of it. Yeah, I've got default. I'm thinking of probably having, instead of having goto, you can have like named, what they're called, named like loops and stuff. That probably might be a good idea. I should probably write this down. Nah, I'll remember it hopefully. What else do I need? Should I add const to language? Like, I never use it, but it's good for like semantic reasons. Like, it doesn't help me like solve bugs or anything. It's just good for a thing. Maybe like if you had like const like tau equals like 6.28 whatever, and like that's good enough. So this is a float, but it's not defined whatever it is, and it will just define it what it needs to be. Or is that not even needed? Yeah, my include syntax will just be import. That's a good idea. Thank you. That's another thing to add to that list. I'm not going to do const by default. The main reasoning behind that is I don't really care. Sounds daft. But yeah, it's not a thing I have a problem with. So a language, in my opinion, should either be const by default or immutable by default or mutable by default. Immutable or mutable. And whichever it is, you should stick to. Like, I'm going to have mutable by default, and that's what I'm going to use. Now, I know a lot of functional languages have immutable by default, but I have yet to see an actual advantage for it yet. Now, I know it does have it solves some people's problems. For me, I never solves my problems. So I'll probably have const as an extra there. I think that's all the keywords I actually need. If I need extra keywords, that's what the hash is going to be for. The hash is going to be my extra keywords. Maybe I have some compile at time executed code and it'll be run, or compile run. That'll just be with the hash. So hash is going to be the stuff. Again, I don't know. So yeah, that should be good enough. What else do I need? That's all the keywords I need. Look how many bleeming keywords are in that. How many keywords are in actually C? C keywords. How many are there? There's that many. There's auto, which is not technically used in C anymore, and no one ever actually used it to begin with. It's rarely used. It had no advantage. Break, case, char, yeah, that's type, const, continue, default, do. Yeah, do loops, do whiles are pretty good. Double, yeah, that's stupid. Else, enum, extern. Maybe. I'll add it later. Float, floor, go to, int, long register, turn, signed. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Volatile and stuff is going to be keywords added to the actual types, so I'll add that later. And I don't know if I actually even need volatile. I know that sounds daft. Really, I know that sounds daft. But the main reasons why I use volatile are probably either for atomics, which I'll probably have built into the language. Register, yeah. In old C, you used to be able to actually declare that you want this variable to be a register. But nowadays it's absolutely stupid because the compiler should be smart enough to do it. For extern C, that's not how I'm going to work it. You're going to import C libraries, probably how you're going to do it. It's probably the best way to do it. For assembly, I don't know sure if it's going to be inline or not. I'm probably just going to have an external file for it. That's going to be assembly, but the compiler will automatically understand it. Okay, this is meant to be in this project. My main reasoning behind that is I think that's probably how I'm going to do all multiple platform codes. I'm not going to have a pre-process saying if Windows, if Mac, if OS X, what? They're the same thing. No, actually no, they're not. Mac is MACH, and then Mac and Linux and all that, whatever. I'm probably going to have multiple files which you can be able to, the language will understand that this is for this system, and it'll do that way. Yeah. Inline and not inline will be forced. So there'll be a keyword as well. You're right, they should be keywords. Inline, no inline. They should be there, right, they're keywords. Should no inline be outline? That should be a weird word. Literally, inline will be force inline, always. It won't be a hint to the compiler like it is in C and C++. It'd be yeah, I want this to be inlined. It won't be respected by this compiler. It will just be inlined. Unless it's huge, and it'll be yeah, I'll just give a warning out, saying, yeah, this is huge. Are you sure you want this inlined? So they seem to be enough for me. Let's see what C++ keywords there are. Keywords. Because I know there's operator and stuff as well. Let's just put both up to see which one loads quicker. This one loads quicker. Align does align off. And atomics. Yeah, we got atomics, don't worry. Catch. And that's for exceptions, isn't it? Delete. We're not going to have that's stupid. Inline. No except. We're not having exceptions, so it's not a problem. Those are stupid. Why would you do that? I know. That's for concepts, but concepts are. I don't agree with their implementation. Some people do, but I don't agree with them. Local thread local. I'll probably have a better way to do threads. Friend. Oh yeah, definitely friend. Yeah. That's a good idea. Always good idea. Not. I don't need any of the other stuff. That should be fine. So they're all the keywords I need, and this is how. This is how easy it is to actually add them to the tokenizer. So where it is. A keyword. Where is the keyword for this language? It's down here, isn't it? There's the identifier. Great. That's great. GB string n compare. That's the last thing. Token text, that bit as well, and the string I'm going to compare is we're going to have if, and if that equals 0, token type equals token keyword, keyword if, and we're just going to do them for every single one now. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to optimize. I'm going to probably have volatile eventually. I just don't need it for now. And I probably don't know how I'm going to add it. If that makes any sense. Like, there probably might be a better way of handling it, if that makes any sense. Oops. What else is there after 4? There's match. Oops. And my switch statements or my match statements will be not statements, they'll be expressions. So this should be worth both as well. Because sometimes I want to write, we'll say match x equals that. Sometimes I want to write the case and be like x is less than 0. And then do that case. Like that is very useful for me. Probably just actually do that as the case. Yeah, no, it's not just that. Volatile is so you make sure that it doesn't, like in C at least, in C++, so it doesn't optimize away is one good thing as well. And also to make sure this memory could be accessed at any time, even if it's not multi-threaded. Because a lot of compilers are dumb, is the short answer. And you kind of have to work around them. So what else is there? There's match, there's case, case. What else is there? Default. You know what? I'm just going to write them all out and then fix them. Fall through. Oh, for Pete's sake. I'm not pressing the Windows key. Shut up, Sublime. That is the Alt key. Break. Continue. Defer. Return. Struct. Proc. Enum. Const. Import. Inline. No inline. Right, there's a few things I've also forgot about. Because, again, in C, the main problem I have is usually data accessing. enums will be kind of strongly typed. That may sound daft, I know. So yeah, they'll be strongly typed, but there'll be a way to make them non-strongly typed, which is the using keyword, which I'm nicking from John Blow's language. And what was the other thing I was going to nick? Using, and I need to put unions in there. And I need to put a tag. Raw union and tagged union, that's the other thing as well. Using raw union tagged union. So let's add every single thing to that. Whoops. Don't trust a drunk man to multi-cursor things. Right, and it doesn't need a multi-cursor either on that thing. What am I talking about? Token type token keyword, and I'm going to put default for everything, and then write every single one in. Continue. Defer. That's default. Return. Come on, just make the compiler figure out what kind of union I want. Well, the thing is, I don't probably need your raw unions thinking about it. I don't know. Because with the using keyword, I think it's extremely powerful. I don't know actually how to implement it, like compiler level, actually, thinking about it. I'll have to think about that, actually, how to actually implement that. Because it'll have to work with like multiple namespaces and stuff, and that'd be quite confusing. But it should be interesting to do. But yeah, I kind of want to raw enums, and the reason why is if I look at my GB math library, you'll notice that I can access like structures and vectors and stuff like here, like X, Y, and Z, or RGB, or XY, or the elements. Like I want to be able to do that, and that can only be done with a raw structure, a raw union. But with a tagged union, you'll have like specific types specified to it, and that probably also, you could probably do some not compile time stuff, like some runtime checks as well. Going on. There's defer, there is return. There's type, struct. Whoops. Proc. I made that bigger for you guys. Struct. Proc. Enum. Const. Import. Inline. No inline. Again, most of the problems I have with C are mainly data layout and data accessing problems. That's about it. And that's kind of what I want to solve with this language. And yeah, C is absolutely dreadful for that. Oh, for Pete's sake, I'm not... tagged union. So what the hell's going on here? Is there a stray brace? Yeah. So there you go. There's everything done correctly, and it's parsed it. Now, if you're saying this is a naive parser and it's probably very slow, it is. However, I found out earlier when I was looking through the Go spec, this is exactly how Go does it. Literally, this is exactly how Go does it. And Go is very, very fast to compile. Like, I can compile a 50,000 line project in about 0.2 seconds. So I think it's fast enough. Do you think outline is probably a better name than inline? I think you're right. Like, I think you're right, because it's, while I'm just not be outline and inline, you're right. That's a good thing to do. So outline. So there we go. So there is all the keywords. We've got all the constants. This should be working properly eventually. I could also add like a dozenal thing as well. Like I could have dozenal characters, like base 12. That'd be fun. I need to take a shot because I'm going off a tangent. God, I'm pissed. More terse, yeah, I know it's, and also it's not just more terse, it's probably just easier to understand. Yeah. I've run out of water. Oh well. Like, is there anything else I need to do with this tokenizer, or is it pretty decent so far? So let's go and check everything else. Like, I know most of this is correct. So what we've got here, just to make it a little bit easier, what I'm going to do is token keyword begin, and I'm going to put the end as well. So when we can like quickly do some parsing afterwards, that'll be some like quick things to do. And then these are all the symbols, like all of them. Should put the literals at the top. Then token literal begin, end op begin. Op end. Let's put the end of stream to the top here. So everything's all correct now. That looks good. I don't think I need any more special things here. I'm going to put them by in an indent bit, so it's still easy to understand. Oops. Great. I think this tokenizer's done. Well, semi-done. The only thing I haven't done yet is support Unicode letters and stuff for when I'm getting the identifiers. So if you look at the identifiers now, all you're doing is, if it starts with the Unicode letter, that's fine. And if it carries on with a Unicode letter or a digit, then continue. And when it's done, you just get it. I think that's good enough. I need to make sure this works correctly. I could probably just parse it as I go along rather than store it, but yeah, it's good enough. What do you say? Because usually it's faster. Yeah, with a switch statement, or I'm going to call it a match statement in this case, or a match expression, or whatever, I don't know. Yeah, the reason why they're usually, again, the fastest to type, and also you can also easily compile them down to a jump table, which is what C was originally meant for, and that's why they break it by default, because it was meant to be like a big jump table. But yeah, I don't know. Again, it's probably not good to make decisions right now, because I am not good. So where is my to-do? This is what I wrote in there. I've got variables, constants, procedures, so overloading, polymorphic or polyprockets, multiple values, multiple return values might be a good idea, with optional forced checking, inline and outline, local scope procedures, or maybe even closures and lambdas, name parameters, optional parameters. I'm not sure about optional parameters, but yeah, maybe that might be a good idea. Struct, enum, raw enum, tags, yeah, I've got both. Pointers, good idea to have. Pointer arithmetic, definitely yes. Defer, yes. Death headers, fuck yes. No pre-creation, which is kind of death to headers. Both inline, maybe. Now using yes, metaprogramming, compile execution, introspection, any type. Yes, I can do the like type of. Maybe. So different types. We've got booleans. I'm not sure about the size yet of that. 32-bit or variable size, but it doesn't really matter. Oh no, register size or variable size, yeah. So then I've got uint, that's fine. There's no iint pointer. Actually, I might just do that anyway. Screw it. Floating point, yeah, that's a good idea. Byte, rune, that was meant to be a rune. String, yeah, I wrote this earlier anyway, by the way, if you didn't guess. I was just trying to figure out what I needed. So we've got strings, arrays, and pointers. Should arrays be dynamic? Allow for dynamic arrays? Or use slices? I'm not sure if it's use slices or not. Pointers is a good idea. And then, yeah. Struct union. Tagged union. Procedure. Enum. Keywords, I figured out some of the keywords I need to do, but actually it's more than that. And there's my basic program. Yeah, I'm still not sure about the syntax. For some reason I do like this syntax, it's quite terse, but it's extremely ambiguous. Now the reason why it's ambiguous, I'm sorry I'm kind of rambling again, I'm not drinking, is that testproc is, if you were having a type, so like for instance we'll say thing, if it was like U32, yeah, that is a type def. Yeah, that's clearly a type def. Or if you had something like a func, yeah, that's clearly a function definition. But what about this? Is that a function definition or a function prototype, or is it a function type? Is it type def? And that with that thing there, it's quite ambiguous. If I was going to have like something like type, then that's clearly not ambiguous. That's clearly a type called thing, which has a signature of a function. That's clearly not ambiguous at all. But if I have the word func, then it's clearly a function. Again, I'm not sure yet. This is all syntax crap. It's not really a problem. But yeah. So the short answer is just try and be at least be better than C, and you should be better than C++ if I'm better than C. Is the short answer. Yeah, that should be good enough. What time is it now? It's 20 past midnight. I'll finish in 10 minutes, if that's okay. Yeah? Okay, dokes. So I don't think there's anything else left to do, really, to do with this tokenizer. It seems pretty good so far. So should I just quickly start going on to the parser and kind of explain what a parser is? Should I do that for people who don't know? Should I do that? Do people want me to explain what an abstract syntax tree is or anything? Might be a good idea to do so. Do I have Mischief installed on this computer? Yeah. No thanks right now. So, hopefully this actually is pretty good. So let's get a better colour for the background. 2B303B. Yeah, let's do an abstract. Explain it. Why not? Why not? Just explain it. Wait for a pastebin link. Okay. Is that pastebin link from you or is it from me? Okay, because you probably have a better idea how to do. Should I do Milton? I think I have it on this computer actually. It was just a bit buggy for me. That's why I wasn't using it. Not actually because it's bad. It's actually pretty decent. It's just, it was for some reason it was buggy like one of the versions was. Let me just check. Oh, for Pete's sake. Handmade network. Projects. You know what, it's not in there. It's enter. Projects. Where is Milton on this list? Oh, you sent me a thing here for me. Oh, thank you so much. You know what? I may just do that. I thank you so much for that, actually. It isn't top notch, but it's good there. Yeah, I know I scrolled past it. I was just literally just drunk. Here's the short answer. It's there. There's Papaya. There's Melton with its lovely pencil logo. And there's a nice thing. There's the releases. I want to get the latest release, which is that. I want the standalone version. I don't want an installer. Like, here we go. That just replace them all, please. Come on, you're gonna load. There you go. So I have used it before, and I was just, what the hell was I actually writing? Oh yeah, I was explaining to someone, how to do a buffer. Let's do a new Milton one, yeah. Cancel. So, canvas background color. Does it do colors correctly? 2, 3. 2B303B. That is not the correct color. It's correct there, but not correct here. So we're gonna just darken it until you get the correct. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna use black. It's good enough. Yeah, there's a bug in Milton already. I will implement the U64 thank you for you, Cubicator. What do you mean you lied about the code? Did you not write that? Whoops. Oh, did you not write that? Try the hash in there. Okay. BC03B. Nope, it's still not the colour I want. That's the colour I want there, that dark one. But this is very light. Yeah, it seems to be a bug. I think he's applying... I think he's doubly applying like sRGB onto it, by the looks of it. So I think if I get the value and half it to about 30... Nope. 25? 20? 15? 12? 8? 9? Actually, screw it. It clearly can't do it. So let's just write in this. Shall I send him one? I think it's already been sent, actually, to come to think about it. Milton on the Handmade network. Is it already on this page? No, it's that crap. Can I just see what the closed ones are? Yeah, I'm just going to post a new one for him here. New issue. What is it? Background colour. Colour with no U is incorrect. Is lighter than expected. I'm not gonna, that is it. It's probably sRGB, I'm not joking. Actually, I'll just write expected. Yeah, that's close enough for me. I don't know what else to say. Thank you very much, QK, or Caleb, or however you want to say your name. I am just going to copy and paste that. You got a string result and an error. My errors are just going to be 0, by the way. So this is a string to a U64, isn't it? Better than the one I've got right now. Much better, isn't it? Okay, so you've got the string and then the length of the string, which I'm just going to do as a null termination. I probably just do that as well, actually. I might just go... Should I just if 0 that? For now. Char star... I don't really care about the const stuff now, really. That should be const, right? Like, that string should be const. Even though I don't use it, I think other people do. Yeah, I'm just going to rewrite it anyway, just don't worry. So, begin equals string, and is going to be string length. Oh, I'm a fucking numpty. That is the output string, isn't it? And what was the thing you gave me? A string to a U64. This is how tired I am. Int64 to string to F64. Wait. There we go. This is what you want me to do, didn't you? You're going to eat some bread and then take some sleep. Wow, okay. See ya. Bye. I'm going to end in like 5 minutes. So I'm just going to copy your code now. I'm just looking through it. I'm just going to quickly copy it as well. Char const end. Whoops, a daisy. I don't know if end is a good idea. It only does base 10, you said. Yeah, I can see that. You know what? I know it sounds rude. I'm just going to do make better. So I'm just going to copy and paste yours in the paste bin. What is this? String to u64.c. That's good enough for now, so I can do that later. Don't worry, I can do the other versions anyway, because yours should be not that hard to write, because you just got 10 here. So all I have to do is change the base to where 10 is. That should be good enough. Especially for an integer. Yeah, the only reason why is the string, it could be quite huge. But I think I'm already doing that with the tokenizer, so it's not a problem. Again, I'm going to go to bed now. It's 12:30 and I'm tired. So thank you for watching, everybody. And I hope my drunkenness is not a bad thing. Hope it was fun to watch. So next time, when I'm using Milton, I'll probably do an abstract syntax tree for this damn thing. So stay tuned and see you then. Right, how do I stop this thing?